back to my channel. Welcome or welcome back. So I recently got a 9-inch CRT TV. This was a tiny bit of an impulse buy. It is something that I had a Pinterest board for previously and was kind of resisting the idea of it because I thought it was ridiculous for me to have one. I have screens all around. My monitor is a TV. I have a TV behind me here. I have portable monitors, like I have all the screens. Then the kitchen TV trend started and kind of put me over the edge, and I decided to take the plunge and get one. There are things I love about it, like deeply love about it, and there are some things that I regret about it with purchasing it. So we're going to talk about those things. So before we even start talking about the TV, things I love. I love watching shows in 4:3 without the black bars on the side. That is such an understated nostalgia thing that no one really talks about when you're watching something on an older retro TV like a CRT. I forgot the reason that the black bars were even on some older shows, which because everything was aspect ratio for a square TV. So that's very obvious, but you tend to forget about it when everything is now in 16:9 like we're watching right now. It's very cozy. It's a tiny little screen. It's a 9-inch screen, but it's very intimate. It's a one-person experience, truly, like as an adult. So when you're watching the screen, it just feels like it's you in the show, and it's just so cozy. And I don't know how else to describe it but cozy and intimate and a very nostalgic feeling of watching it. The colors on it are really nice. It feels, I know I'm going to overuse the word cozy, but they feel cozier. Someone was saying that because the CRT TVs are analog, they do have a more homey feel than digital monitors like my QLED TV, which is my monitor, or my ON TV, which is just a regular 4K TV. The imaging is just going to feel cozier and warmer. I guess warmer would be the word I was looking for. The overall design and aesthetic of it is lovely. I love the way that it looks. I got a silver one. It's an Orion TV, a brand that I'm pretty sure is Japanese and is no longer in business, but I like the build of this one and it's really pretty. There are Toshibas that look very similar to this model, and it was really hard to choose between a DVD CRT TV and a VHS. A part of me regrets not getting the VHS one because then I could start building a VHS collection with justification of having a VCR again. But also, I'm not sure if I am ready to go back to VHS yet. VHSs are a lot of work. You have to rewind them, and they are space hoggers. They are much thicker and bigger than other physical media formats. So I went with DVD. I decided to just stick with that for now, and DVDs are higher quality than VHSs. At the end of the day, I am still a bit of a quality snob, and I'm not sure if me going back to VHS would make me as happy as I think it would in my brain. Regrets: CRT TV whine, and that is my only regret about this purchase. If this CRT, or just CRTs in general, didn't have the whine that they have when you turn them on, which is that high pitched noise of the TV just being on, I would love this thing and it would never be shut off. Like, it would be the perfect side monitor TV as I have it right now. So the whine of the TV is something that I have found workarounds for. This one has a headphone jack, so when I'm watching shows, I've tried it with headphones, and honestly, it's kind of lovely. Watching old cartoons like Ed, Edd n Eddy, and I have a bunch of Charlie Browns that are sitting next to the TV, Dexter's Lab, Rugrats, all of that, headphones in, coloring book. It is a very cozy experience, and I feel like that is how I'm going to be using it in the future. I've tried to see if I could get used to the whine. I just don't think that my noise sensitivity is going to let me get used to it. I always feel like my ears hurt after I turn it off. So that makes me regret it a little bit. Like, something where you're just watching a show shouldn't hurt your ears. And I've had all the options in the world and I chose to do something retro like this. So keep that in mind if you're like me and you feel like certain noises bother you. it is a very high-pitched noise. If it was a low grade hum, I think I could get used to it. Or like a static, the static I can get used to. It's the whine, and hopefully that will pick up on the audio when we start looking at the TV itself. So that's my intro. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts down below as you watch. Thanks. Here's the TV. It's an Orion TV DVD 093B. There's another model with a really similar number. It's like the 92A or something like that. Not sure what the differences are. I could not find an instruction manual for this model specifically, and both of the instruction manual, or actually the instruction manual scan that I could find, was only in Japanese. So anything that I could glean about this TV is honestly just whatever I'm experiencing with the TV itself. I was lucky enough to get one that is in pretty good condition. The only thing that's wrong with it is this tiny little scuff right here, which I didn't even notice when I opened it up, so that's great, and you probably didn't even notice until I pointed it out. The screen is immaculate, nothing wrong with it, no nicks, no marks, no dead pixels. DVD drive works beautifully. All the buttons are clicky and responsive. I haven't used the skip buttons on the TV, I use it on the remote. It came with a remote, seems to be the original remote. So here's the remote. It's a fair size, it has an odd shape. It's just, I thought that the batteries had, swollen up or something when I first picked it up, because I haven't had a remote that has a curve like this in a while, so sometimes I just have those moments. But here are all the buttons. We have the play button, the stop button, the pause button. I mainly use the setup and the DVD menu buttons a lot. Top menu to go back. The TV DVD button is how you switch between regular TV and the DVD drive. Open and close the disc drive. Mute button, which I haven't used. And all the standard buttons that you need. It's a pretty good remote. And then input select. But when I turn it on, it's going to automatically go to the DVD player that's on top of the CRT TV. The DVD player that's on top is an region-free player that I got off of Amazon. I've been using that one on my hobby room TV because it's region-free. I don't use it often right now because most of the DVDs I have that I would like to play on this TV are American region, which is region 1. And most of the DVDs that I want to play on here are older. So for now, I'll leave the region-free DVD player up there, but who knows how much I'll use it. So let's go ahead and turn the TV on. I'm not sure if the mics are picking up on the whine right now. So this DVD screen is the region-free player up here, and that's the remote to the region-free player. So if I were to open it, so we turn that on. Okay. If I want to switch over to the actual DVD player in the TV, I just press this button. Okay. And it's going to read whatever disc is in there. I think it's a Charlie Brown disc. Oh yeah, you have to press play. I forgot. Right now the image is super blown out. To keep everything else in the image in focus and in color and well lit, I have to adjust some things. So I'm going to adjust it so you can see the image, but then everything else is going to get really dark. I've adjusted the aperture so you should be able to see. This is a new Charlie Brown, so it has those bars on the top and bottom because this is a 16:9 show, not an older one. That red line is not in the image. Okay, so I'm gonna do an actual 4:3 Charlie Brown instead, just to show you what I'm talking about with the no black bar situation.
I am I, the great and powerful. Who are you? I am Dorothy. Small and meek. We've come to ask you. Silence! Oh. Do not arouse the wrath of the great and powerful Oz. No matter who shows up.
Okay, so love that pirating DVD commercial. I was in awe when I saw that. I think it was like yesterday. But right now, you're just seeing the before DVD commercials, and on the screen, it's you can see pixels on the camera, but in real life, it looks so smooth. I'm not seeing any of like the dots or speckles or warping or the lines. It looks like a painting. It looks like your childhood. And I mean that in the most, like the best way possible. It looks so good. This is what it looks like with a DVD playing. And this is, Charlie Brown is obviously a very old cartoon. It's from the 60s and 70s. I think Thanksgiving might be, it's from 73. So not the most vibrant. I'm gonna go grab Ed, Edd and Eddy, which I've been watching on this TV, and play that. The title cards in Ed, Edd and Eddy, those are in a different art style than the actual cartoon itself. Oh, like this is a perfect example. So Jack Frost, which is in claymation, it looks so clear. It looks so unbelievably clear. I don't know why in my mind I thought this would be such a downgrade, but because it's such a tiny screen, I think all the pixels are gathered together. It looks so sharp. I just can't emphasize that enough because that's super important to me. So that is not a downgrade at all when you're watching on this TV. The quality is really good. So I believe this TV has a max resolution of 480p. VHSs are 240p and DVDs are 480p. So it's putting out the resolution that it's natively getting. And in real life, I think you could argue it looks 720 or 1080 because of how small it is, but it's definitely a 480 screen. And again, I'm not seeing any of the pixels that the camera is picking up at all. It looks unbelievably clear. I have Petite Princess Yushi here, which I didn't know was actually it's in 4:3, and I didn't remember that. So we're gonna actually play this one, and then we'll play some Ed, Edd and Eddy, but I've been stretching out the image this whole time and I didn't even know it because I wasn't paying attention. So let's do that. Okay, so let's go to languages. I always do Japanese and English subtitles. I can't believe that this is the way it was always supposed to look. I have been watching this show stretched out to 16:9. It came out in 2006 and I probably bought it in like 2008, so probably the last 15 years. I bought this brand new. I've had it with me ever since. For whatever reason, this one stuck with me. It never sold her. I'm glad I didn't. It's one of the best friendship animes I've ever watched. I still think about this one. I recommend it all the time. It's so good. Everything about Petite Princess Yushi is perfect to me. I think the romance is sweet and cute. The friendships are amazing. This is not an anime review video, but I love it. So this looks amazing on the TV. I should probably rewatch the show on here. So we're gonna stop there with Yushi, and then I'm gonna show Ed, Edd n Eddy as examples, and then we'll get into some of the I/O that you get with this TV, like the headphone jack and the buttons and things like that, what the DVD player drive looks like, and then we'll do some final thoughts.
With this heat? Shade! I need shade!
I forgot to show you something live action, so we're going to use a DCOM movie, Get a Clue with Lindsay Lohan.
Coming soon to theaters.
So, what's your outfit du jour? I've narrowed it down to two. Ready? Is it crispy, Gilda? The way I like it?
Like choco baguettes.
Great, thank you.
Would you pass the bacon?
Here, now turn your high beams off before you force me to do it for you.
Can you two maybe try to get along while I'm out of town?
Here we have all of the buttons. We have the power button, the volume buttons, channel buttons, the open and close for the DVD drive, stop, play, skip, a headphone jack, and then our RCA cables. This one's for video, and these are the two audio cables. I have them tucked underneath the TV just to make it look cleaner. I didn't want something dangling off the side. These actually go to the DVD player on top, and if I ever decide to get rid of that DVD player, then I won't need these here. But the option is there, and I think this will always stay just because I've already set it up and I can attach other things to the TV this way via that RCA cable. So we're gonna turn on the TV with just the buttons here and use that. So I don't think you can get to the actual DVD player from here, but you can open the DVD player. So that's odd. You do need the remote for this thing. Now I'm going to show you that DVD in the Amazon DVD player. This shouldn't make any difference in the quality of the video, but we'll see. Okay, I'd say there's no difference in quality. The only difference between using this DVD player on top and the DVD player in the TV is that if I leave a DVD in the region-free player, this Amazon player, the movie will start as soon as I turn the TV on. My TV's hooked up to the power strip, and I turn the power strip off at night just to preserve the internal battery of the TV. Okay, so let's talk about my feelings on having this tiny little CRT TV. I do have it plugged in and playing while I'm talking to you right now, so I am technically listening to the Petite Princess Yushi, which is a very classic anime for me. I paid $204 for this and 40 cents from eBay. The seller shipped it to me. They used FedEx. They were a great seller. Like we've gone over, the TV's practically mint except for that little scuff. It works great. The remote is good. There was no corrosion in the remote, and practically a brand new TV. I did wipe it down with like a Clorox wipe, but nothing came off the wipe. It was a clean TV. It was in really good condition. DVD drive works. Everything is gorgeous with this TV. I really wish the whine didn't bother me as much as it did, but as I'm sitting here right now with like headphones on and I'm listening to the show, if I were just to sit here and watch the show like this, I would be content. I wear headphones for most everything I do anyways, listening to audiobooks, running errands. Whenever I'm in the car, I'm always wearing headphones, so I'm very comfortable in headphones. All right, so final thoughts on the tiny CRT TV. I do love it. Again, my biggest regret is that I was not thinking about CRT whine. It was not mentioned in a lot of the videos that I was seeing when I was researching this, and especially not in the kitchen TV videos. I'd never heard the whine. But that aside, if I'm listening to it like I am now, headphones in, plugged into the TV, I don't even hear it. And something about listening to audio that's directly plugged in anyways is kind of better. Because getting speakers for CRTs is so difficult, there's a whole magnet shielding thing issue with newer speakers. I was really worried that it's sitting on my desk next to my modern speakers would ruin it, but there hasn't been any interference, and even when I moved it as far away as possible from other speakers in the room, nothing changed. So I think it's sitting in a good spot for it, hoping it doesn't eventually affect the TV, but I think because it's so small and my speakers are small that it should be fine. Everything else about this TV is amazing. The nostalgia for it is so good. I really enjoy having it. I think it's a great addition to my setup. I would love to start doing retro gaming eventually, like with GameCube, because that's what I grew up playing with my brother on. It's the only real console that I have nostalgia towards would be the GameCube. Maybe a little bit of the Game Boy, but he did play a lot of his games on GameCube as we were growing up, and the Wii, but I think I have way more fond memories of the GameCube, and this is the perfect size for individual gaming. It's very intimate, as I keep saying. Watching this TV with someone else, I think, would be a bit of a stretch because the screen is so small. But do I recommend it? If you feel like you're the type of person where like that whine would never bother you, or it's super nostalgic and that's what you want back, highly recommend. Finding these for cheap is pretty much a thing of the past. I've seen very few people get lucky finding this on the side of the road or at the thrift for like $5, because they are getting really popular now because of people like me who are making these videos about how nostalgic and cozy and aesthetic they are. And also retro gaming has brought a lot of CRT stuff back as well. So their value kind of hit that curve of going back up to a higher price. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was informative and entertaining and brought back a lot of the nostalgia that it did for me. Let me know any questions you have down below, and please subscribe. I don't think I ask people to subscribe enough on this channel. I'm trying to get better about making YouTube videos. So if you enjoyed this content, I would love it if you would subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.